Men, you need to hear this. And women, you need to memorize this quote. Every woman needs a man who can and will inspire her growth and push her past her limits. A man who will keep her thinking, fuel her ambitions, and revel in her success. I am Dr. Debonair, and welcome to the overview of the official dating formula video series. This overview is to share with you what you can expect from the series. In order to benefit the most from this series and understand the content best, you need to first read my book, The Official Dating Formula. Hopefully, all of you, or at least most of you, have already read the book. If you have, then you know how comprehensive it is. There's a lot of substance. This is not a book with generic advice. Very detailed. If you have not read the book, you need to hurry up and go read it before you start watching these videos. If you go to the website, and I definitely encourage everyone to visit my website, the table of contents is posted, and you can see from the table of contents alone just how comprehensive the book is. In this series, I'm going to cover a lot of information. If you are trying to learn the blueprint for successful dating in order to find a compatible mate, do not expect to learn all of that information in one session. You're going to have to read the book and listen to these videos, and you will get the information. And I encourage you to sign up for seminars and workshops. And if you need personal attention, then sign up for one-on-one consultations. I cannot give that individual attention to everyone, but I will do the best that I can. Now I want to talk about the definition of an expert. This is important. There are many people on YouTube that give relationship advice, but most people are not experts. Credibility is very important. You do not want to seek advice from someone who is not an expert, and you need to be able to distinguish between the amateur and the expert. And trust me when I tell you that most of the people, almost all of the people on YouTube are not experts. There are two groups of people on YouTube that profess to be experts. You have a lot of people that do not have college degrees in any field related to relationships. They're just people who want to be YouTube stars, or they want attention, or they want to monetize their channel, or they simply want to vent because they've had a lot of bad relationships. And so they say that they want to warn other women to avoid the problems they had. But really it ends up just being a virtual support system for people who've had bad relationships, which is almost everybody. But if your purpose in watching those videos was because you were looking for the blueprint to successful dating, then you went to the wrong relationships. A lot of these people are women, and most of the women are attractive, and they speak well, their presentation is good, and so we like the videos for aesthetically pleasing reasons. But that's not why we went to see the video. And so after we finish watching the video, we walk away without the blueprint. So it may have been consoling and made you feel good because you felt like you could relate to them because you too have the bad experiences. But you're not getting the solution that you need. If you needed surgery, would you go to a surgeon who's operated on 50 people? Or would you go to a surgeon who's operated on 300 people? If you needed your car repaired, would you go to a mechanic who's repaired 50 cars? Or would you go to a mechanic who's repaired 300 cars? The answer is a no-brainer. Then there's some other people who have college degrees in some field that may be related to relationships, and they think that makes them an expert. Just having a bachelor's degree does not make you an expert. Having a master's degree does not make you an expert. Even having a PhD does not make you an expert. It is a combination of that degree and extensive experience. I've been to college, but my major had nothing to do with relationships. So that's not the reason why I'm an expert. That's not what makes me an expert. It is my vast experience. So let me ask you this question. During the course of a lifetime, how many people do most people date in that span of time? Think about yourself. Think about your friends and family. Think about how many people you've dated over the course of a year, or maybe the course of 5 years, and then multiply that by 30 or 40 years, and you'll have an estimate of how many people most people have dated. For most people, that number is not over 50 people. There may be some people where it's 100, and that would be very surprising. Someone who's dated 300 or 400, that would be amazing and hard to believe. I'm not a part of the majority because I have dated successfully over 2,000 women. That is shocking and hard to believe, but it is true. That is what makes me an expert. I remember a few years ago, there was this guy, approximately 40 years old at the time. He had written a book on dating, and he considered himself an expert, and he even was trying to start a dating site or something. He was married to his high school sweetheart. So how many people has he really dated? How many relationships has he had? Not many. If you've been with your wife who was your high school sweetheart. So how could he possibly be an expert? He can't. He would go around doing talk shows in the morning and afternoon on TV, giving advice, most of it generic, a lot of it not correct. He's not an expert. He might be an expert on his marriage. He might be an expert on his wife, but he's not an expert on dating because he hasn't dated anyone. He's been with his wife since he was in high school, 15 or 16 years old. What does he know? nothing. He just is lucky that he found the right person. Now, it is important to understand that there is no guarantee that from reading the book and watching this video series that you're going to find the perfect person for you. There's no guarantee of that. What is a guarantee is that if you follow the official dating formula to the letter, you will increase your odds exponentially. You will maximize your chances of finding a compatible mate. And more importantly, you will learn how to avoid the wrong people so that you can save yourself money, time, and headache. That is important. There are many people, most people, have problems finding a compatible mate. They're always in bad relationships and they're always seeking advice to fix the problems. But here's the thing. If you chose the wrong person, then your relationship was doomed from day one. And there is no expert advice that's going to fix your relationship. You cannot fix a relationship that's with the wrong person. So the dating process is critical. It is critical that you choose the right person and that you weed out very quickly the wrong people. You have to be able to quickly identify the wrong people. My book will give you that information. That is important. We all wish that we can get an abundance of guidance and knowledge from our parents, but we can't because they don't have it and their parents didn't have it. And so there's a cycle of ignorance, a lack of information on how to successfully date. But I'm going to change all that. I'm going to change the landscape of dating. Right now, as I said in the book also, the dating skill level is low for both men and women. Men is a little higher than women, but still low. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to raise the level for both genders, and I'm going to level the playing field at the same time. The people who read the book first are going to benefit the most, the fastest, and have an edge over everyone else. Go read the book. Go get the book. Go to my website and purchase the book. Now, hopefully, everything that you have heard here will convince you and assure you that you're in the right place to get the information that you need. Become a member on the website. That is important. Subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell so that you can receive notices of new videos posted. I am going to make an effort to post at least one video every week. Together with the information contained in my book, we will be able to break this vicious negative cycle of ignorance. We can eliminate or almost eliminate premature pregnancies, premature sexual activity among teenagers, not to mention heartbreak and headache and stress and drama. The price of the book is tiny compared to the enormous dividends you will experience. You will save yourself a lot of money. Think about how much money is spent on the first date. It could easily be $50. Or between two dates, it'll easily be $50. Even if you are the woman and the man is paying for the date, how much are you paying to prepare for that date? Getting your hair done or your nails done, maybe buying a new outfit. There are different things that women do to prepare for a date to make a good impression, and that's money spent. And maybe you go on one date or 2 or 3 dates before you discover it's the wrong guy, and then you look back and say that you wasted time and money. Well, if the price of this book, if that investment can save you that time and that money, then that means the price of this book will have paid for itself. If you have any doubt, all you have to do is read the table of contents. It speaks for itself. It speaks volumes. Just remember, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But if it is broken, you need to fix it. And if you're having a lot of bad relationships, that means something is broken. That means what you're doing is not working. You know, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different outcome. It makes so much sense. So if what you're doing is not working, you need to do things a different way. And my book is going to give you that different way. It's a small investment. Test it out and see what happens. I guarantee you it's going to make a huge difference in your life. I guarantee it. Now I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this video. Make sure you watch all the videos. Buy the book, read the book. If you have any questions, if you have any inquiries at all, if you have any requests about topics that you want me to discuss in this series, go to the website and make your submissions. I want to thank everyone once again. I hope that everyone watches all these videos, shares the information with other people, tell a friend, tell a relative, tell everyone about the video series and the book. And together, we will change the landscape of dating. We will take our skills to a high level. And we will have more successful relationships. Thank you so much, and I look forward to video number 2.